Welcome back to Trades and Gains, and welcome to the Roast of Wall Street, where tech's on mushrooms, the Dow's blackout drunk, and inflation sneaking in like your ex with a key. Let's get into the freak show that was July 15th, aka today. This one had everything. Nvidia melting faces, CPI coming in even, and bank earnings flopping harder than a Netflix reboot. Now, to kick things off, oh, we are in the wrong article. Let's go ahead and head back to our bam. There we go. So to kick things off, the Dow Jones had a 0.98% drop, which was the biggest drop in weeks. The S&P 500 closed down 0.22%, and the Nasdaq, however, closed up 0.18%, and that was thanks to the Nvidia wave. The 10-year Treasury is up 4.5%, the 30-year Treasury is up 5.02% for the first time in 6 weeks, and Nvidia was up 4.04%, eyeing new all-time highs. Now, Nvidia, these are the headlines. Nvidia, ni hao, baby. Nvidia's up 4%, as I mentioned, after Trump pulled a full Uno reverse card on chip exports to China. AI bros are back in business, and AMD, MU, and TSMC all joined the party. We also even saw BIDU up 8.65% and BABA up 6.4%. Chinese tech rising like it's 2020 all over again. Now, a hinge tank here is the only export moving faster than AI chips to China is our dignity and our personal data. So be on the lookout for that. CPI, it says, surprise, bitch, I'm here. We saw headline CPI at 2.7% year over year versus a 2.6% estimate. Core CPI, we saw 2.9% year over year. And month over month inflation, we saw 0.3%. So everything came in line, but we still dumped off. And that was mainly just because this is the first time we've had a CPI print where tariff impacts actually, took a little bit of a back seat. Translation, tariffs may be fueling consumer price increases. It's the first real sign of cost pressures coming from Trump's new trade stance. So again, if you go and watch that other video where you recorded on CPI, you can see exactly what we're talking about in terms of the areas where we saw some increases that are really actually affecting consumers. Now, Banks City, it beat 3.6%, but nobody cares. JPM, good numbers, bad vibes. Diamond out here talking like a doomsday prepper. And Wells Fargo absolutely tanked. Full year guidance chopped like your Robinhood account. Now, bank earnings are like reality TV, all drama and no substance. And well, someone is always going to end up crying in the corner that you just feel bad for. Now, the B of A survey, just 9% of fund managers expect a hard landing. That's down from 49% in April. But plot twist, Trump's coming for EU, Canada, and Mexico next. It's like watching the Bulls do cocaine on Seesaw. No one knows which side is going to hit or kick each other in the balls first. Now, what about the Fed exactly? Well, with CPI rising and Trump demanding cuts, the pressure is on. Markets still expect to hold this month, and Trump's allies are loudly criticizing Powell and pushing for a pivot. Meanwhile, Powell is navigating inflation and political heat here. Now, talking about some of our sectors, we saw Tech XLK up 1%. Nvidia, Apple, Google all ripping financials, red healthcare, and energy even redder. Tesla just opened in India, $70K for a Model Y. Tariff so hard, it needs therapy. Oh, and their top exec in North America just bailed. Stock was down 2% on the day. Tesla selling 70K SUVs in Mumbai is like trying to sell a Wagyu at a gas station. It's not going to fucking happen, my guy. We also had some crypto chaos happening as well. Bitcoin's up 75% year to date, and here's why. 3 pro-crypto bills moving in Congress right now. Trump is proposing a Bitcoin strategic reverse. Yeah, you heard that right. And MICA rollout in Europe. Stablecoin is being pushed globally. Crypto regulation is the new real estate. Everyone wants in before the taxes kick you in the balls. Now, let's go ahead and head over to Investor Central Club to talk about some of our biggest flows from the day today. Now, to kick things off, let's go ahead and reformat our price here. So, top order today, we had 170 puts for March 20th of 2026 on Nvidia, 9.8 million coming in, 5,000 contracts. This could be a delta hedge. They bought these at the 172 strike. This means they probably see some downside coming. So this could be a hedge against some long exposure. IWM came in next, 235 calls, 8.42 million, and those aren't due until September 19th of 2025. It looks like someone thinks small caps could see some relief here coming into the end of the year. We also saw Nvidia again coming back in with some calls, though this time definitely a delta hedge. We saw 176.5 calls for weekly expiration, 455 average. The reason why big funds will do this is they get to own the stock without the risk of the exposure, because typically this moves 1-to-1. So for every dollar the stock moves up, their premium moves up. IBIT was another weird one, $75 calls for that September 19th, 2025 expiration as well. Now moving on, where things got a little weird again, IBIT XLF $45 puts for June 18th of 2026, $1.30 average, 10,000 contracts. Is the energy or the finance sector expecting some downside next year? That's the question here. Now let's get CD in our dark pool area as well. Our dark pools, VB, Microsoft, more Microsoft. So it looks like we have some dark pool whales accumulating Microsoft so it can take back its most valuable company spot. Outside of that, nothing stands out that would pique interest and or aggressive positioning. For our flow standouts for today, we have Nvidia with, let's double check this and make sure it is accurate. So with Nvidia, we had 77 million in total flow with 52 million in calls. SPY, we saw 41 million in total premiums with 34 million in puts. IWM, we saw 29.14 million with 16 million going into puts. And QQQ, we saw 17 million with 11 million going into puts as well. So it looks like the big boys aren't completely sold on this rally yet. So be on the lookout for that as well. Now, before we let you go for the evening, Nvidia is still the king, but he's paranoid. Tariffs are a sneaky inflation fuel right now. Sentiment is euphoric, but go ahead and read Dumb Money. Earnings is an expectations trap, and tech is the only thing not getting nuked. What's next? Tomorrow we have PPI inflation data. Thursday we have Netflix and Tesla earnings. Friday we have retail sales report. And July 31st, we have FOMC rate decision. Grab your popcorn, folks. Now, that's your firebomb for the day. If you're trading without our flow data from Investor Central Club, you're just fish food. Hit subscribe, drop your market prediction below, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you never miss a video from us. Also, don't get caught holding the bag. This isn't financial advice, just comedy with some charts. I hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow for our PPI update.